Yes, boys. Today's video, a bit of a different one. What we wanted to do was basically walk you through pretty much how I structure my days, my weeks, and my routine. So you can basically understand a little bit about how to stay productive, how to keep your routine optimized, and how to just really, really live an easy life. Because I honestly believe that the calendar is so, so important. Without Google Calendar, I would be fucked. Like, I just literally wake up every single morning when I'm tired, I check my calendar. I know exactly what I need to do, and it's all organized. A lot of it's automated, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I have had a lot of different calendars. I've tried a lot of different things, and I feel like I'm now in a qualified position to show you exactly how to organize your routine in a way that will serve you, that won't get in your way. So, without further ado, we shall get stuck in. Now, what we'll do is we'll go from the following week, so we've got something fresh. And basically, what I like to do is first off work backwards, if that makes sense. The reason why is because if I want to wake up at a certain time, I need to go to bed at a certain time. So my goal would be to be waking up around 5 to 6 a.m. The reason why is because I like to wake up before sunrise, and I also think this is the best way to get a head start on a day. If you wake up later, you have to work later, less of a day is yours to enjoy. It's a bit shit. So for that reason, I like to be in bed by around 10 p.m. And as a rule of thumb, you want to be going to bed at the same time every single day for your circadian rhythm. If you don't have sleep consistency, you're going to have very, very bad sleep as a result. So what I would do is just put this on daily, obviously, bar the events you may have on a Saturday and Sunday, but that will change. It's not always the case. What I like to do as well is little couple life hacks. Put this setting on speedy meetings, and then also put start the week on Monday. I don't know why it would start on Sunday. It just makes sense for me on Monday. Cool. I'll show you what a speedy meeting does. And also, I'm pretty sure you can make it dark as well, which is pretty nice. Actually, no, we'll go light. Right. So, if I'm going to bed at 10 p.m., now what I like to do is I like to make all bedtime and morning stuff purple. And we can color code everything. Sometimes we put emojis in as well. So if I'm going to bed at 10 p.m., I want a nighttime routine that allows me to switch off and relax. What I like to do personally is make sure that I read a little bit of a book. I've got my Harry Potter book over there. It does the trick. Doesn't, I'm not learning too much. I'm just reading something, unwinding, and I'm not on my phone, and it's quite interesting. So I read that. I do all my skincare. I brush my teeth. I write my tasks for the next day on my whiteboard, do a little bit of stuff on my laptop for the next day, such as planning the day, moving some tasks around on the calendar, and just all this stuff that requires none of this phone action. So we get rid of that. And what you can do is just write that routine in here. This seems to work really, really well, and I think you should always have a nighttime routine. So, again, that will be a consistent one. What? Didn't mean that. Nighttime routine. Edit, and then what I need, if I want to put my routine, so there's not everything scattered, I'll just do this. Look, read one chapter of Harry Potter book, skincare / brush teeth, stretch, 5 to 10 minutes, plan goals / next day, prep outfit / breakfast. This is a really good one if you're working in the morning. So if you're working really early in the morning, you've got to be out of the house, you've got to be going to the gym. This is where you prep your gym bag before you prep your clothes you're going to wear, so it removes decision fatigue first thing in the morning. And it's so important to have a nighttime routine. Also, another little life hack: shut down your laptop. For some reason, the thing it does to your subconscious is amazing. When you go to bed and your laptop's like just still open, but you just closed it, like you're on a hamster wheel. It's like you get up, you work, and then you go to bed and you work again. It's just like you're consistently working. But when you shut down, it just like adds this like extra layer, and it just feels amazing. It's like, okay, day's done, shut down, wake up in the morning, open the laptop, little life hack. Same with your phone. Turn the phone off. No one ever turns it off. It's a game changer. So again, I'll do that on daily. We'll keep this at lilac. Okay, cool. Now we've got that, I'll start working forwards again. So I like to get 8 hours sleep realistically. Now here's a little life hack for you. I use this Whoop and I track everything. I notice on average over the last 90 days, I spend about half an hour awake. Around 15-20 minutes to get to bed, and then there's around 10 to 15 minutes where you kind of wake up in your sleep a little bit. Things like that. You won't remember it, but for things you do, I can see it all. So if I'm aiming for 8 hours sleep, I need to aim for 8.5 hours sleep, if that makes sense. Personally, I aim for 7.5 hours sleep, so I aim for 8. So if I go to bed at 10, I want to be up at 6. So what do? Simple. Wake up. Also, this doesn't need to be half an hour. This can just be literally 15 minutes, as we said. And then wake up. Make all of that purple. And make that daily. Now, you just have to bear with me, because this routine will honestly do you wonders. Now, if you watched any of my videos, we've talked about morning routines. I do not like to fuck around. I like to get straight to work. I woke up today at 7:30. I was at the laptop at 7:45. My morning routine took 15 minutes. So that's exactly what's going to happen here. The morning routine is going to take 15 minutes. We don't fuck around. What I will do is put it at half an hour just to be safe, because you don't want to be rushing and all this shit. But the morning routine is really simple. This is what I like to do. Make the bed. Brush teeth / wash face / wet hair. Drink 750 ml to 1 litre of water, plus I don't take my supplements just because a lot of them are fat soluble and they need to be eaten with meal 1. So I wouldn't take my supplements, but I would grab a coffee and then get to fucking work. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I mean, because what I like to do is I like to do the physical and the mental. So like the physical and just getting straight to work. And then what I like to do is like the reading and the journaling. I do that after the most important task is done. So for example, right now, this is a very important task, a YouTube video. And then it doesn't need to be using my phone. So I can just get stuck into this. And as soon as this video is done, I've just ticked off on a major task. I can go, you know what? Today was great. Filmed a YouTube video, taught a lot of guys how to build a sick routine. So now they can use that for their own advantage. And if they're running their own business, they want to be more productive, they want to have a better routine with a gym, they can use that. So that's everything done. Now I can go and read my book after and journal when I've had a little, I've done a lot of that, and it just feels a bit better. So that's what I like to do. And again, we'll do this daily. We'll make a little edit on Sunday as we go on, but I'll show you that. Now, I'm not here to explain how to treat your routine with a 9-to-5 job. The reason simply why is I don't have one, so I'm not qualified. So this is more for someone who is a digital nomad, if you will, or runs their own business and struggles to have a routine because they now work for themselves and they have no boss, and as a result they need to become disciplined. This is for you, so I'm going to teach you exactly what I do. Now, what I like to do as well, this sounds a bit backwards, but just hear me out, is I like to give a little gap between everything, just so I like my calendar isn't condensed, and it just kind of makes life a little bit easier. So that's what I like to do. So then now I do most important task, and what I do with all work is I make it, first of all, 3 hours. That's what I like to sprint in 3 hours. That's my thing. And I will do this Monday to Friday. Can you see how this is coming together now? So for me, what's my most important task? Number 1, my client. You fucker. Number 1, my client check-ins. I need to make sure my clients are happy. Make sure they're getting results. 2, content. YouTube videos / Instagram work, anything that needs to go out. 3, client acquisition. So how are we finding new clients? Are we refining our ad strategies? Are we DMing more people? So on and so forth. Those are my most important tasks. These are what keep the lights on, right? This is what grows the business. Nothing else fucking matters. So it's like, oh, that like email you should send. No, like this is the important stuff. This can all get done with no phone, ideally. You do the tasks that require no phone, and then all the secondary tasks come later, which I'll explain. So that's what I do there. And then after this kind of most important task, what I'll do is I'll have a meal 1, probably jump in the shower, read, journal a bit, and then go to the gym. I used to put everything on my calendar in terms of like, oh, I'm going to have this meal. But now it's just like, I want a really clean calendar. So I don't want anything. I don't want to condense a load of shit that doesn't need to be there. I'm going to have it like that as well, by the way. So I'm not going to put that. And I'm just going to put the gym at 11. Because that's how I like to do things. The reason why I like to go gym at 11 is because I hate going to the gym in the evening. Like, it just feels like there's another thing that you have to do, and sometimes when you get really busy, things come up. Like, it's not out the way. The gym is like fairly easy for me to do, but it's still really, really important that it gets done. So I like to do it in midday. It's also a really, really good way to divide your work blocks. Like, I do the most important task, then I go to the gym, breaks up the day, then I do the secondary work, then I chill. And it's like the most important way to do things. I also get a lot of steps when I go to the gym. Gives you more energy, and this session you'll probably be caffeinated as well, so you'll feel a lot better. Now, I like to allow 2 hours in a gym, and what I'll do is, for now, I'll make that green. That's kind of how I like to do things, and then I will put that every weekday, just because weekends are a little bit different, and I'll talk to you then. Cool. 2 hours, that should be enough for cardio, as well as a lifting session, as well as the time it takes you to get to and from the gym. And then after that, honestly, what I like to do is do a secondary work block from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. Now, what I do is I put my recurring calls here. So this block is where people can call me. And this is where we have calls for consultations, where we have client check-ins, where we have other admin stuff such as reviews, anything here, like whatever. This all goes here. This is the most important time. And there's a lot of evidence behind this. I watched a podcast, I watched a lot of Alex Hormozy. He's a great guy, and he always talks about the difference between being in maker mode and being in, what was the word? Maker and manager mode. And it's like, here, this is where you want to be in maker mode. This is like your private time in the morning where no one can mess with you, and you can only focus on working on the business, growing the business, and doing what is necessary. Whereas here, this is like when you're managing stuff like within the life. Like, so for example, here, when I'm creating content, when I'm focusing on little things that will improve, for example, when I'm creating new content that's going to grow the brand, when I'm doing client check-ins that are going to make sure my clients are happy and getting them better results, this is eventually going to result in more social proof, more results to the brand, more content that's going to give us more followers, and client acquisition is obviously going to put us in a place to get more transformations. This is all going to be growing the brand. And then the secondary tasks like the admin, such as the calls, little stuff like making a reel, making a carousel, editing, so on, that goes here. So I'll put all that there. And then what I like to do is I like to give myself some time to unwind. So if I'm up at 7, if I start work at 7, 12-hour day, unwind here. And I'll just put a reminder here. And I'll just make that red. Every weekday, Monday to Friday. And that's literally how clean I like to leave it. Just because, look, I could just make this secondary work block, which it technically is, but then it's just like, I feel like I have to be at the desk for these hours of 2 to 8, and it's like, no, I don't. I just need to do what's necessary from what I planned for. I could do that, but like realistically, I like to just keep it as calls. I mean, you can. And this is pretty much how I would structure my day on a weekly basis. And I'm going to just show you a few other things. I've noticed, honestly, this routine works so well in terms of productivity, just because the gym gets done nice and early, you break up the day. So that's how I would structure things, right? But I wouldn't actually have a tab for secondary work blocks. I would just have this empty. Reason why, especially when you're using Calendly and you're wanting to book calls and meetings with people, they can't book in if there's a fucking secondary work block there. So you just leave it empty. And it's, I don't know about you, I'm a minimalist. I love just having that. Just look at that. It's like all of this free time. It's so important. Matt Gray, really cool guy on Instagram, talks about systems and a lot of different things to help you with business. He talks about strategic laziness. Sometimes you got to find time to be strategically lazy. Now, I'm not saying do fuck all here. I'm just saying don't sit at your desk. Go to a coffee shop. Go for a walk. Film some content on the walk. Film a YouTube video that you think you want to do. Just go sit down, watch a podcast on the TV, and just do some work at the laptop. You're not doing work. You're just doing it in a place where you're more relaxed and you're just enjoying your day a little bit more, which we all should be doing, and still getting everything done. Works really well for me. And point is, if you structure your day such with this, then everything should be getting done. Now, by the way, this routine is good in theory, but realistically, a lot of this just results in me working till 8. And a lot of the times, I have a lot of calls through here, so I don't really get to do all of the stuff I'm saying. When you're first starting out, you probably will have this, but eventually you'll have calls from 2 to 8, which is a good thing because that means you're getting new clients and everything's going well with your business. So that's what you should be doing. Now, let's talk about how to structure things realistically, because we have to follow this on a realistic basis. And also, look how this is shaping together. See, 15 minutes and I've already built an amazing routine. Most people don't do this. So if you follow this video step by step, you can build an amazing routine in 15 minutes. Now, let's be realistic. So I do a split of 5 days. So I do push, pull, legs, rest. But I do cardio because I'm in a dieting phase. So what am I going to do? Right. Well, I'm going to stick to my split every single day. So what I'm going to do is this. We will do... It's really annoying when it does this. Bear with me. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. There's a way to do it where you can like choose the days. It's so annoying when it doesn't do it. There you go. So Monday, push. Tuesday, pull. Wednesday, legs. Thursday, rest. I'm going to take the gym off then. Friday, session, push and arms. Saturday, posterior chain. Sunday, no. Now watch what happens. Boom. Now that shouldn't be there. So what do I do here? Well, I made a video about this. If you watched, if you're a loyal subscriber, you will know that I really do believe in doing your cardio in the mornings because of the vibrations, the dopamine you get. You feel amazing. So what I like to do is just sometimes break the routine and do this. And this gets a little bit techie, but fuck it, I'll teach you how to do it. So because of this, I now want to make a second one. The cardio only takes an hour. So I'll start the day with cardio, and because I'm not in the gym, I can now devote more time to work. Also, not to mention, I get a lot of steps in this period. I try and do tasks while I'm walking as well. So now, with that extra hour I have, I will do the most important task. And now I'll get 4 hours. I'll get even more of a work block, won't I? I get quite a lot. And that's how I'd structure things. And that just sets me up for such a nice day. It gets quite monotonous when you're just waking up and working. So just having that's so nice. Like Monday to Wednesday, same thing. Thursday, break it up, go for a run, feel amazing, and then you get to do more work. This sometimes on the Thursdays because I've basically done my cardio, sweated already, had my shower. I would like to wear like a nice outfit and go out for a coffee here, and then go to work from a coffee shop for the day. So what I can do here is coffee shop. I call it creative days, where I plan a lot of shit. And then repeat on a weekly basis. Just bear with me now. I've got 5 more minutes left of this, and then this will be done. So push, pull, legs, cardio, gym. Now again. No, I'm just going to do... So what we'll do is, I like to work on Saturdays. I just like working on Saturdays for some reason. But like, just a little bit less. And then this time, there is no tasks after this. So this is what I do on Saturdays. There's no tasks after this at all. So I don't need to unwind. I fucking unwind from here and I do whatever I want on Saturday. And then there is no morning routine on Saturday or Sunday. There is just gym. Okay, and gym is at around 9 a.m. So I can do whatever I want until 9 a.m. And that's all I got to do on Sunday. And I do end up working because I just end up doing it, but I just don't want to have to follow a calendar on a weekly basis. Like I'm not a fucking dog. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would do. And it's like on Monday to Friday, strict routine. Saturday and Sunday, do whatever the fuck you want. And all you have to do that is, rather than doing what I did in the morning routine, making it daily, I would simply just go custom again and then go through Monday through Saturday. I showed you that it's retarded that it does this. Wait, I think I figured it out. And in an ideal world, you're waking up at 6 a.m. Okay, it doesn't rate it. Looks like you got to wake up 6 a.m. do morning routine, even on a Sunday. But for the most part, you should be doing that. It's just sometimes people go out on Saturdays. It's completely understandable. You have a later night. In an ideal world, stick to that. And ideally go to the gym fucking that time. And then, look what happens. That's your routine. Wait, I need to set a recurring on this bad boy. And I'm going to give you a few more pro tips. And then I'll let you be. Look at that. Now, for the rest of the year, in 20 minutes, I've just made probably the best routine. The reason why it's the best is because I've made every single routine and I've fucked up loads of times. I've burnt myself out. I know what works now. And I understand when you stick to this strict rule of unwinding at 7 p.m, watch some Netflix here, do whatever you want, watch the football, have a nighttime routine, bed, wake up, beautiful morning routine, do the most important task, relax, go to the gym, then do all the secondary tasks that push you forward, you will win, no matter what. But this has to be focused work. Now, I'm going to teach you a little hack. Set recurrings for each day. So what I like to do, Monday, check in. So there's some clients I have check-in calls with. So I'll have check-in calls all on this day. There's no point having calls on every single day when they can all be batched into one. Dependent on your stress tolerance. To try and batch all of that. Check-in days are pretty much every day. But for the most part, we just go Monday to Wednesday. I can batch together at the moment. As we get more clients, it'll be every day. And that the most important task will be just check-ins. Friday, I like to do numbers review / client tracking. So I just see who's on track to get an insane transformation, who's not doing very well, who needs a bit more support, how many clients have we been getting this week, who's been leaving, why have they been leaving, so forth. I think it's really important to do that review. And then Sunday, because I live a really boring life at the moment, I like to do a lot of planning and I like to go to a coffee shop on Sunday. So what I'll do is I'll basically plan the week, review what went well, what could improve, how we can improve it, what's our goals, are we on track to actually hit our goals for the quarter, so on and so forth. So what I'll do is also just put planning. Cool. And then this is how you actually move forward without burning yourself out and actually have a life. Because look, I can do whatever the fuck I want here. Friend wants to go meet for a coffee, cool, let's do it. If I want to go do my cardio somewhere else, if I want to go for a run, do whatever, yeah, absolutely fine. And this is a balance that I find works really, really well. Leave a little bit of space in the calendar, structure it like this. If you're someone who struggles with a routine, this is fucking for you. And I hope that was useful because I wish someone gave me this video when I first started. This video is for anyone who struggles with a routine. I would highly recommend following this. It's not for someone who's got a 9-to-5 job. I don't have experience in that field. However, if you are someone who works online, this is a routine that works for me. Let me know what you think, and I hope that was useful. Other than that, guys, we're good. Done for the week. I will see you on Monday. Monday will be the next video. So, hope that was really useful. Catch you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe. See you in a bit.